Okay, that was an accident. I automatically forwarded it to the other scene, and I forgot to change that. So yeah, welcome to episode 3 of Between the Brothers Fantasy Football League, and yeah, that's about all
Let's
I got for
go.
now.
That thing is the most hype goddamn video
I know,
of
right?
everything I've ever done. Like that thing could just be playing.
Anything
like,
you've ever been a part of.
Right. If I fight Jake Paul, I want that to be my hype video while I'm going out in the fucking like we get to that point, like that's it right there.
Yeah.
And then they say, who did it? Who made it? Hex and the Hex Terminators and the Hex Production Studio, and I'm just go out there and fucking wreck shop. They're like, they don't even know what happened. Fucking A.
Well, if only we had like the proper images for everybody else in the league, you know. Next
Right.
year,
Yeah.
next year is going to be the best fantasy football
Unhinged.
league ever made.
Easily the best. So
Guaranteed.
that thing that you sent earlier, where it was like teams of 3. We do 10 teams of 3
Mm-hmm.
and work together and draft and all of that stuff. That would be just bonkers entertaining. I think. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would
whoever that
change.
was,
I would
who
easily
was that?
change that up to have like instead of only one person appear on each section, it would just show every single team that's in the league. That
Yeah.
would be pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'd be legit too, because then you have like the vote, like everybody has to decide too, like who you're going to play, not play, like. And I'm like, whatever Yahoo thinks is great, that's what I'm go for, and I'll read a little bit here and there, but mostly I'm following the suggestions. So it'd be great to have other people's input for sure.
Yeah, and then have the other input, and then document all of it, and have it all on the fucking
Yep.
on the show and everything. I think that's fucking pretty legit. And I kind of had that idea because that's where I had the FanDuel account. Like we would take and make a FanDuel team and submit it, but I'm not proficient in FanDuel. Like the thing that I did before was the analytics, not the actual doing the sites. So like I clicked on it and I was clicking through it today and I signed up for something. I don't know. I'll sort it out next week. Well, next week we'll do that. We'll submit a team to FanDuel for like a cash prize and see what we can win.
Yeah, I'm down.
Like,
That might be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and we can just go with Yahoo, whatever Yahoo suggests, and we can drop it into the FanDuel grinder, and whatever comes out, maybe Yahoo's on to something, maybe not.
Yeah,
I
go
saw
off
how they
of
did
what
it
Yahoo's
last
on.
week.
I don't know, man, because I mean, I'm sitting
Yeah.
here looking at like just the overall league. I mean, Carolina has a 3% start rate on Yahoo, but like if you look at their defense, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I'll go ahead and throw it up here. This is probably the easiest way. Temporary, boom. And like you can look. I mean, the only game they had less than 10 points was the very first game, and every single game beyond that. I mean, I guess if you're going against the teams they're going against, and maybe it will change going forward. I don't know, but they've been pretty solid.
Yeah,
So I picked them up.
the Giants. I don't know. I mean, because of the way that I have the defense settings to grab points, even if they're losing, like the team's losing, it's still grabbing points. Like it's not just a complete blowout.
Mm-hmm.
I got Tampa
yeah,
Bay's
'cause mine-
defense,
Yeah.
which has done me all right. And they have a great matchup next week. They got Pitt next week, the fucking Steelers. And man, you talk about a team that's
Oh,
bad. That was the number one, the
Yeah.
most expensive secondary or the most expensive defense in the league. And man, you talk about a team that's bad. Holy shit. They say defense wins championships, but holy fuck, they can't win a game.
Dude, I had the
they are
Steelers as my
bad.
Freaking
defense.
Roll, dude.
I got dropped them. Kicked them
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you at all.
I
They
would've
freaking
too.
they've been getting freaking rolled. Suck.
Well, how many
Say,
points did you
Yahoo
get for
doesn't
your
know
defense?
For mine,
Did you start them, or
back in like week 1. Let's see here. Go back my thing here. You want me to pull it up on the screen for you?
yeah, you can pull it up.
So week 1, I went. Well, it doesn't even. Oh, it went back to week 6. Okay. I thought I clicked on week 1 and it went back to 6. I wish I started them on week 1 because they scored like 47 points, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like look at all of them beyond that, it was from 47 points to 5, 6.8, 11.3, 5.9. And so like I've been like, okay, well, this is my problem. Like I had the Chargers in on the first game, I think. Yep. And then so they got 26 points, great. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put the Steelers in for the next game. Got 8 points. Chargers got 9.6. I've been my biggest hardship on my fantasy team, even though like I have a really good record right now, it has been my defense. They have been absolute trash in just about every game. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop the Steelers because they've been absolute poop. I mean, I put them in for the second team and I got 5 points.
Damn.
And so it's just like, okay, well, I went back to the Chargers for week 3 and got 6 points.
6 points.
And I'm like, okay, well, what do I do for week 4? Let's go back to Pittsburgh. And then the Chargers get 25 points and I get 11. And so I'm like, all right, dude, I am not I'm going off of the Yahoo recommendation based on like, oh, these guys are going to score more, whatever the case is. Nope, same thing. Like, so I just finally was like, I had it. And then I was like, I'm messing around with the trading the other day. And I'm like, oh, Carolina. Why? Carolina has a 3% start rate. And I'm like, well, what's their scores? And I'm like, holy shit. Well, why is it only 3% start rate on you? I mean, like, look. I don't know. Maybe my luck is I picked him up and now I'm going to get 3 points. So I'm sorry if you're a Carolina fan. I ruined your chances at any hope of having any kind of defense.
It's over.
It's gone.
Man, I hope so because they're in the Falcons division. So if you ruin them, then
Joseph won't be too upset about it.
See, I made a couple other trades too.
Great
actually,
pickup there. Dale texts me. Do we want to pick up Dale? We're 3 minutes. We're 11 minutes in. Do we want to pick him up?
I don't care.
All right, let's pick him up. Yeah,
let's go.
He said he was hanging lights.
Hey, it's fucking October, bro.
Right, that's why I'm calling him now.
You should have said a little early for Christmas, pal.
Yo, all right, yeah, hop on. Same code and everything from last time. All right, bye. Love you, Dale. Bye.
I love you too.
I'm so glad we heard that.
Right.
He's got to hop on because he beat me again. Another fucking Monday comeback.
Oh, really?
From a player with just a fucking record goddamn day. Whatever. Fuck it. If this is my season, then I'll take it. I'll own it. It wasn't as egregious as last week, but it was still pretty egregious.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a game, though. The matchup between me and Brent, whoever Brent is.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did you ever hop on the same time he did? He's old. I don't know where he's.
Yeah. I texted him earlier too, but he hasn't responded. He's probably already had dinner and went to bed.
Yeah. Asleep.
Mm-hmm. He probably ate about 4:00. Was feeling woozy at 4:30.
Let's see, what do we got? Allen over Hebert for sure. Cup, Diggs.
I mean, he got Cup. Yeah.
Heggs has Cup. He's got Diggs.
Yeah, he's got Diggs, but Stephon Diggs is pretty good too.
Yeah.
He's no Carson.
Yeah, I mean,
Cup.
he's been getting 20 points, 30, 40 points, 10 points, 8 points, 20 points. Yeah, he's been getting some. He's been getting some good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Lamb, I think, has started coming to life now that the backup quarterback is starting to throw. See what Lamb has put up on Brent's team.
Oh yeah, that's crazy too. Dallas's quarterback situation, like.
Yeah. Look at that loss and then win.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's
right. Funny how that worked, huh?
Franchise quarterback.
Yep, exactly. He's the next Brady. Comes in when the starter's hurt, takes him to a Super Bowl. His first season as quarterback.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
I'm not a fan of the Cowboys because they have like a bandwagon following.
Oh
But-
yeah.
I mean, they've been so bad for so long. I'm kind of starting to feel bad for them.
Right.
Like if the
That's
Falcons
how
had won a couple, I would, but I can't feel
Right.
bad for them because they've got them and the Falcons don't.
I'm gonna say during the Belichick and Brady era, that's what the way I felt about the Bills. I'm like the Bills, they went to the Super Bowl 3 times and lost. Like, and every once in a while, Sunday they get a win, and you feel, oh man, I like to see the Bills win one every now and then. But now they're just whooping everybody's ass, and that's okay because we Patriots suck. So we'll let the Bills have a couple seasons, but that's how I felt about the Bills. They suck for so long. It's okay to see them win one every now and then.
I'm trying to fit this in here like ad hoc, and it's just I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it.
What if we
Pick
go
it out for
in
now.
like a 5-person spread and put that one in the 5th person?
Yeah.
Or would it be too small?
Well, I unfortunately the images for the squares and between the Bros logo is all in one image file with transparency.
Yeah.
So I can't move things around right now. How I normally would have
Gotcha.
it because it was kind of thrown
Yeah.
together ad hoc. I'm just waiting for Dale to get on, and we'll switch back to the other one.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was starting to look and see. I don't know.
He's not in yet. I'd be able to see him if he is.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember how I sent him the code.
Does he need another code?
Maybe. I'm gonna re-forward him this.
Yeah, because the only codes that changed were number 1 and number 2, I believe. And you guys are on number 1 and number 2.
All right, I resent it to him, so it'll be at the top of his email.
Okay. But yeah, I mean this should be a pretty good matchup for the most part between everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got
Pretty evenly
Tyler.
stacked.
If Tyler beats me, I'm going to be extremely salty. You're going to start seeing the salt come out.
Yeah, I mean you went 3-0 and then now you're 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It come from behind bullshit ass wins.
Yeah, let's look at that. Week
Monday
5
night.
here.
Yeah.
106 to 111. Yikes. Oh, it's because Geno Smith with his 30 points.
Well, and I was ahead until Devontae Adams for Las Vegas. I was ahead by 15 points. And then Devontae Adams scored 24.9 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then he tackled that dude leaving the fucking stadium.
Yeah, well, he's
Because he
going to
was
get a lot.
salty
He's got a
because he-
lawsuit.
Oh, he's
against
the
him
one
now.
that he's the one that hit the cameraman. Yeah, the cameraman's going to sue the
Yeah.
fuck out of him.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd
I
take
say.
that. I'd take that. And you know what's funny is
Yep.
it's because he sucks. Like they lost
Yeah.
because like he, in particular, him did not run a
Mhm.
route correctly. They ran down, and I think it was supposed to be a pick play, but they ended up picking each other, falling down, and then and that was it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, it
Lamar
looks like he's
Jackson-
coming in. I see him. Give me a
Oh,
second,
yeah.
Dale.
Oh. Is old Dookie.
Dookie, my pants has come to save the
Man.
day and fucking beat me again on Monday.
I wish we recorded those gameplays back in the day. That shit would be priceless now.
Oh, some of it would be like it would be meme history, like my meme.
Oh yeah,
Some of it
exactly.
would be
Yep.
like
Uh-huh.
I'm taking it from
Oh,
20
yeah.
different dudes from all the
Yep,
different
all at
directions
the same
at one
time.
time. Like I'll do it myself. Oh
Yeah.
man, that would be meme history.
Ooh, bro, that was epic. That's some of the funniest shit I've ever been a part of in my life. And then I kept dying because I'm laughing so fucking hard. I can't even see my TV through the water in my eyes.
And the guy who said that, his name was LaFosse, and he's a pretty funny dude. And he was just having a full-on meltdown that day.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys! I'll do it myself.
That's right.
So, Dale, I have a
walk
question
into
for
a
you.
room,
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. So, how's it feel to be 3-2?
Positive record. I can't complain. I had to knock off the Ligonde, but
Look at these nuts. I changed my name. You know, since I changed my name, I've taken 2 losses. Fuck, I gotta change my name.
Well, right? There you go. That's the problem.
Yep. I've jinxed myself.
Yeah, week 6,
I
I got the
texting
Pittsburgh
before the
Steelers.
game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good
And,
luck with those.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to win. There's no way I'm winning. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I had a 45-point lead a week ago, and I lost. Yeah. It sure as shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was it? Like the second play was a 40-yard something run-in touchdown. I was like, that's it. Got him 12 points off the rip. I was like, that's it. It's over.
You know, I was going to say, like, Russell Wilson hasn't been doing the greatest, like, in some cases. I mean, not the worst, but, like, unfortunately, knowing that I had Los Angeles Chargers as my defense for a while, Russell Wilson's going to throw out. So there's no chance of him not.
Right.
So Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have a pretty good score with Russell Wilson. But, I mean, Geno Smith, I don't know how Geno's going to do this week because Arizona is kind of one of our rival teams. And I don't know how their defense is. I haven't been paying attention, but usually we've always had an issue with Arizona being the one that can, upend us, even with Russell Wilson behind our back when we were in our prime.
Yeah. Matt, fucking rivalries or like division matchups always yield lower points. Well, I say always. I mean, like consistently yield
generally,
lower point.
Yeah. Because when
I thought KC was
when we were
blow the
good,
Raiders out. Yeah, I know they're division
when we were
rivals,
good, there was the fucking Ravens. Like we had Brady, fucking Gronk, that fucking like top tier team, and then we'd play the Ravens one week, and it'd be like a bunch of fucking kindergartners showed up to play football. Like they would just spank us, and it was always the fucking Ravens. Baltimore for some reason just had our number almost every time. I hated those fucking games.
Yeah. Hey, you made some changes today, Dale. What'd you change?
I changed. Who did I? Let me go with my team. Okay, so I benched Hines because he got injured like the third play of the game. He's a running back for the Colts, and he's still questionable. So I put in. Let's see, what did I put in? I put in Stevenson from the Patriots. Is it for the Pats? Yeah. I don't know. I don't really I don't have that great of options. My wide receivers haven't been producing at all, besides Adams. But I mean, he's going to be suspended for beating up a camera guy.
Yep. He had to get his
He's probably going to
inaugural
get suspended
felony.
too. Like once he gets formally charged and all that stuff, he'll probably end up with at least a day suspension.
My girlfriend was talking about that. She said years with the Packers and never one incident. Was it 5 games with the Raiders, and he's already adopting the culture.
And this is what I was talking about right before you hopped on. Like it was his fault. Like it was his fault that play, that last play broke down. Like it was him. Like he should have pressed or waited for the outside receiver to know if it was going to take an inside path and stuttered. But yeah, embrace the culture.
Even that throw looked like it was 10 yards overthrown from where they would have probably been. So, like, why is he flipping out? He wasn't going to catch that ball anyway.
Yeah, they wouldn't catch it anyway. I did notice that the throw was so bad. I don't know if maybe what's his nuts thought that he could get a pick. Like if from his perspective, if he just saw the 2 receivers fall down and he thought maybe a pick and he could pick up a penalty by just throwing it in their direction. But trash. And they get what they deserve. But I lost because of that guy. So fuck that guy.
I was going to say, there's been a lot of trades going on here in the background.
Yeah.
I dropped Dawson Knox, like I said earlier. I mean, you can just see his performance.
Yeah.
And then I picked up Will Dissly from Seattle, who's had quite a bit better. He's had a couple games that haven't been great, but he's had pretty good. He's had pretty good connections with Geno Smith lately, so I picked him up. I'll probably keep Zach Ertz as my primary, and then let's see here. It looks like the Pounders made some move with a couple people.
Dropped
and then,
that bum Keenan Allen. Dude's been out of freaking 5 weeks. He's been hurt for 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have dropped him earlier.
They kept saying it's only 2 games. He's only going to miss 2 weeks. He'll be back. And I'm like, okay. But no, it's a hamstring injury. I should have known when he got hurt to get rid of him.
Right. And then you also dropped your kicker.
Yeah, because for some reason he's ineligible now. I don't know what. I couldn't find anything. Inactive. I don't know if they cut him from the team or what, but
probably.
Did he miss?
Because I was.
Wait, what's? Click on him again on the right
I
side.
guess he missed one too many times.
List says inactive.
Yep, that's all it says. So I just dropped him because I was trying to set up another kicker for my other kicker who's got a bye week 9, and yeah, so I have to.
I don't even have a kicker. Too. I only have one. So when we get to a bye week, I'm going to have to drop somebody and pick up a kicker.
Yeah,
but I'll figure that out when it's the time. I have a couple weeks. And then I dropped AJ Dillon, Green Bay running back, and I picked up Jeff Wilson Jr. from San Francisco. AJ Dillon has just not been producing at all, other than the first week. So I was kind of like, all right, I'm done. And then Jeff Wilson Jr. He's been doing a lot better than AJ Dillon. So who knows? Yeah. And then like I said earlier, I dropped Pittsburgh for Carolina. I'd say that was a steal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that was.
Aaron Jones has been killing it. That's why AJ Dillon hasn't seen so much action, as Aaron Jones has been doing well.
Now, if Aaron Jones gets hurt, then AJ Dillon next man up, then that's I want to pick him back up, but
they should have done something just a little bit different to close out the game against the Giants. But hey, what can you do?
Yeah,
should have ran the ball.
Yeah, at least fucking try that first. Jesus Christ,
right?
Like completely derailed, man. The Falcons had 3 quarters of trash, and then had 1 quarter where they almost made the legendary comeback, and where there was an extraordinarily clean wrap-up tackle
that was
on
depressing.
Tom Brady.
Bro,
oh, yeah. And then the flag.
And the flag.
Then,
like, I'm not even a Falcons fan, and I was salty about that shit.
Yeah.
That is
he never, used his body weight on him. He, rolled with him.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Dude, that was a terrible call. That was and then you saw did you? I was watching some other plays on I think TikTok and stuff like that where they combined what was it, Derek Carr versus Tom Brady, the 2 different tackles.
Oh yeah, they start comparing the sacks.
Yeah.
Or what's his name? God damn, I can't remember anybody's name. I have noun aphasia. So sports is really just a bold strategy for a fucking online show. Whenever I literally can't remember names. The young quarterback, he does the commercials with the other guy, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Mahomes?
What the fuck is his name? Yeah, Mahomes. They were showing sacks on Mahomes and side by side comparisons of Mahomes to Brady. And it would be the exact same, go on, grab the hips, not too low, not too high, grab that waist, a roll, and then take them down. And it's they're side by side, perfectly the same. And flag on Brady, Mahomes is just tackled. That's it.
Well, you got
Brady
your poster boy.
2 steps.
You got your poster boy. You don't want him hurt because if Tom Brady got hurt in the NFL, that's the worst thing that the NFL could ever possibly have happened to it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. If they did to Brady what they did to Tua, they'd probably be marching on this.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
on the Capitol again.
Right
again.
How's Tua doing anyway? Has there been any update on it?
He fucking killed it last week.
Oh, he's already back in?
I swore he had points for last week.
I don't think he played last week. I think he returned Wednesday. He returned to the field Wednesday. Started.
Okay, no, he did. Okay,
reps.
sorry. Yep, I misread something somewhere. Yeah, he didn't play last week.
And as far as everything else, I don't know. I haven't heard anything else. for what Toa is happening. But like the question now that's circulating is, what should they do for like personal fouls or roughing the passer, or like how should you tackle a quarterback? And like everybody, the response has been like universal across the like all the pontificators, all the talking heads. My take is it should be 2-hand touch. The quarterback should be 2-hand touch, like straight up. Like,
I'm gonna say, just put the fucking flags on their hips. Let them pull the flags.
Or
Right.
flags, or legitimately the flags.
Fuck.
Like it seems like a hyperbolous reaction. It seems like a knee jerk. Oh well, okay then. But no, realistically, like they have to be able to run, but you have to not tackle them hard. The only way to do that is you don't tackle them no more. 2-hand touch. Now you don't have to worry about them giving themselves up. You don't have to worry about like the slide, initiating the slide, and then like you see like quarterbacks will initiate the slide, but then they get blasted because they're like sliding, sitting up, and somebody's like comes in and just like smokes them. Like it solves that. You no longer tackle quarterbacks. You just 2-hand touch them. So like they're running down the field, they don't have to slide. They don't have to give up. You just tackle them. Just 2-hand touch. Just here.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a little 2-hand touch. And then if you tackle them, well, then automatic roughing the passer. Now we know. Like even outside the pocket, even if they're running, just 2-hand touch. Just
And you know what?
and it's going to shorten the yards. But
And you know what? Make it one more better, and make it in a sense that like if you touch them 2 hands, the play is completely dead at the spot.
it's dead.
Timer's
Right there,
going down. Even if they're about to run out of bounds and you touch them with 2 hands on before they get out of bounds, it's considered an inbound tackle. Timer doesn't stop.
Yep. And it just keeps running right there. Like the pocket collapses, you're not escaping. You're just like you can reach around your offensive line and like 2-hand touch them. You got them. And we just call it done. And now and it seems hyperbolous, but if you made it a rule, everybody's playing by the same rules, it becomes fair. Because clearly Brady is playing by a different set of rules than Mahomes or any other quarterback. But
Yep.
that's
Definitely looks that
that's
way.
inflammatory. But and it cost the Falcons that game.
Oh, 100%.
Like where are the Falcons going to
Yep.
get the ball back and march down the field and score?
And they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop them from marching down the field. But the fact is
That
they gave a whole
quarter.
new set of first downs, and it all that time off the clock.
And it put
Nope.
them in a field goal range on top of that. So like that ended that game.
Yep.
I mean,
Terrible,
the Falcons
terrible
wouldn't have
call.
had enough time to score twice.
I think
But-
in all honesty, I think you should be able to have a challenge on flags. You should be able to challenge
Well,
it.
they get reviewed in New York. Like that was what somebody was saying, especially like roughing or personal fouls. Like those get reviewed and stuff like that. But yeah,
Well, right, but they get
That-
reviewed.
that
But
was-
even if they're not going to change the decision. Have they ever changed a decision from roughing the passer on from reviewing it?
no, that's not.
I don't know for sure.
Not that I
can
know
get
of.
reviewed
I've
in
never
New
heard
York.
of one off the top of my head.
No.
So
I mean,
Usually
even if
stick
it gets
with the call,
reviewed
but-
in the end, I mean, they're not like they're just sticking with what's on the field in the call.
Yeah.
Because if they reversed it, then they're basically admitting that their refs are poop.
that the ref made a bad fucking call.
Yeah.
Bad,
Yeah.
horrible call.
And that one was egregious because it was so clean. It was so good.
Yeah, it was a
Wasn't
perfect
right.
tackle.
Oh yeah.
Like there was.
That always brings
But
up
anyway.
the questions. How do you tackle them now? Like you yeah.
Like,
I
I
get
think
it,
there
man.
should be
Quarterbacks put
also-
butts in the seats. I get it, but they're just I get the side where they want to like avoid concussions in the NFL, especially after the Tua controversy. But you got to quarterbacks are still football players too, man. Like it.
Right.
So a running back can get cracked all the time. A receiver can get cracked, but quarterback is just you put them to the ground barely, and it's roughing the passer. They're just too protected. Quarterbacks, too prima donna.
They're too. It's too well. Even if it's protected, it's too inconsistent because
Right.
like the Mahomes or like
Yeah.
who else has been blasted in the backfield? Like it's inconsistent across. Like different players are playing by different rules, and that's really
Right.
we can protect the fuck out of somebody if everybody's playing by the same rules. Then or hell, Aaron Rodgers got smoked a couple of times
Oh yeah.
in the Giants game. I think I'm remembering correctly. So even he's playing by a different set of rules. Like it has to be consistent, and that's where the problem is. But if it's two-hand touch, or like you have like little sensors, like fencing sensors on your hands, and you just like run up and dip, there you go, done, and it's done right there, and we don't have to argue about it.
Hey, just get that that material you put on your hands, and whatever you touch, it just sticks to it, and you got the mark on it everywhere.
Oh yeah, you could get some reactive material. That way we don't have to. Nobody's arguing about. Oh, he missed me, because we argued about that playing football whenever we was a kid. It's two-hand touch.
Yeah.
We're arguing whether that last hand touched. But
Oh shit.
a bunch of fucking. That's a bunch of bullshit. Is what that was. God damn it.
Right. Exactly.
It's
Yep.
horrible. I know.
Falcons lost. My team lost. The Braves lost, but the Braves are fucking down one, but they're down one in the series with Philadelphia in the postseason. But they're up 3-0 right now. So let's
Nice.
go Bravos.
They pull one out. Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say?
I feel like
Oh,
somebody
that's what I
is-
say.
Oh, what's that?
No, is if they want to get rid of the concussions in the NFL, you know what they got to do, right?
What's that?
Just get rid of the
Take away
pads.
helmets.
Yep, helmets and
They-
pads. Fuck it, take it all.
There was somebody who brought up this is the first season of this type of helmet. So the helmets need
Oh,
to
really?
go in review.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Oh, yeah.
there could also have just been like a knee-jerk reaction from the Tua concussion that now they pulled a
'Cause
bunch
now
of
they gotta
people in
cover their
response.
ass.
Yeah. So don't really know if that Tua helmet or the helmets were actually what is at fault, or if it's like the human perception and just trying to avoid the problems. But they what was I going to say? Yeah. I was going to bitch about the fucking
Well, like I
Falcons
said-
some more.
yeah.
Well, like you said before, if he learned to fucking fall right, instead of just falling and just letting his head go.
Oh, yeah. No, that was my idea. Also, you can add a member of the defense. And what this guy's job is he doesn't actually get to participate in the play, but he's behind the quarterback. So he's on like the defense, but he's behind the quarterback, and he's back there with a pillow or like a crash pad.
No, no, wait. I
Throws it down real fast.
I have the best solution to fix this quarterback situation ever. Okay, you ready for this? Because this is the most genius idea anybody's ever thought of. This will literally protect every single quarterback's life, because guess what? It fucking protected us on garrison, on deployments. All he fucking needs is a PT belt.
PT.
Yeah.
A fucking PT belt, and that motherfucker is going to be safe, dude. There's not going to be a single issue with that guy. I mean, he could be strapped to a fucking rocket launch to the moon, and he's still going to come back just fine.
Yep.
As long as he has that PT belt on.
Damn. PT belts. Man, I thought you were going to say a bomb suit. We can throw
I thought so too. I was like, EOD bomb suit? Like, I'm pretty sure those are things that may be a heat casualty. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to see him try to pass in that. Try to throw the ball wearing all that shit.
We can't even aim our firearms in those things.
Yeah.
Imagine like trying to throw a ball.
I'm
Right?
trying to do anything.
Oh, do you remember
man.
who was it? Was it Palmer that had the shotgun that shot it outside the fucking turret? And it like
I think
he
it was-
just one-handed that thing, and it popped back up into his face.
Yes, he had that one coming.
Yeah. It's just like, what are you thinking, dude? He's got this like sawed-off shotgun, and he's just like holding it out sideways of his turret. And I look over, and I'm like, I'm trying to come on the radio and say, "Don't do that." And I just watch him go boom, and it just
Ew.
right back into his face, bust his nose open. Oh
Did he chip
man,
his tooth?
yeah.
I don't think I remember him chipping his tooth. This is the same kid that also put his 240 back together wrong, and the fucking handle fell off and it ran away
Oh
on the
man.
fob.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
He got arrested, didn't he? Like after when he got out?
I heard something, but I don't know
Did he get
100%.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He
shit, I'm gonna have
found
to
like his
find it.
ex-wife. Yeah, oh, I found what's his name? Wysong.
Yeah. That creepy
But Palmer
motherfucker.
like found his like wife or his girlfriend was cheating on him, and this freaking idiot. So all these like stories that you're talking about, his 240 Bravo and a shotgun during a major rainstorm in like Missouri or wherever he was at. He decides to like chuck Molotov cocktails at this chick's trailer and like shoots at it a couple times. And yeah, they picked him up. So
Yeah.
so during a rainstorm, he's gonna throw a fireball at a trailer. Freaking genius.
Oh shit.
Dude, that guy, man, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Sorry,
Man,
signed
so-
service members right there.
That was upstanding service member. He
Yes.
whenever his 240 ran away, we were on the QRF to that giant firefight. Like I remember this, like this. Oh man, it's all coming back to me now. I told part of this story once already, and I was facing the wrong direction, and I thought Jay was gonna beat me up because like. Wait, were y'all on that whenever we were QRF to the whenever they were trying to overrun like Fob Lightning? Were we on the same squad then? I can't remember.
I don't know. It doesn't necessarily ring a bell to me personally. I
remember them
fucking blacked out a
murdering
lot of that
Lightning.
shit, to be honest with you.
And that was
There
after
was like
LaRoche may or may not have done something to make them mad, and they attacked Bob Lightning. I think. I can't.
it was like it was all in the same. It was all at the same time. Like this is all at one time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I wonder what the statute of limitations on that is before I start talking about it. Well,
No, yeah, don't talk about it. It was a mistake.
Yeah, we didn't know. It's based on a true story, but for entertainment purposes, take some liberties with some things. There we go. That way we're not liable, and you don't need to investigate any of this stuff. But yeah, it was in the same time frame, bro. But it was we were QRF, and we were at the gate, and you know, like we went, got our weapons ready. He racked it, and we're just standing there, and we're about to go, and it just takes off. Like you just have his 240, and I look over, and he's standing like this. His hands are on his head, and the 240 is pointed up like this, and just running. I'm like,
Up
what
the top,
in the
like
fuck
do
is
something.
going on over
Like
there?
do something. Like
Yeah.
keep it pointed in a safe direction. Don't let it just like.
But he's standing there like this, and I think it was Greer at the time hopped up and opened the bead tray cover, and it stopped. If I'm remembering who it was, I can't remember who his team leader was.
See, that's
But
what I would have
remember
done
that
too. Is like the
wild.
first thing I would have done would have been to try to pop the cover open, and if I couldn't have done it, I would have just jammed my knife in the fucking links of the rounds
Yeah,
in
there's
between
a-
it,
there's
and
a
then it
bunch
would
of ways
have
to make you
shot
stop
like a
shooting.
3 or 4 more rounds, and it would have fucking stopped itself. Instead of being like, it's not me.
And then he started crying. Like he was like actually crying. I was like, hey man, it's cool. Because I was partially concerned that he was going to. He was one of those personalities where I thought he was going to start shooting at us. Like there was a very good chance that we were going to sleep and waking up with 2 in us. Like so, I wanted to be like, yo, like cool, you're cool, man. It's cool. Like and then he started crying, like crying. And this is after I got my Article 15. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal, bro. Like it's okay. And I left because I was like, man, I don't want to be here when he shoots himself because I don't want to answer no fucking questions. Yo, I Googled it. There's a movie named Palmer. It's like an army movie. I wonder if it's about him.
I was Googling it too, and I couldn't
Whatever
find
about him.
anything about it. I think he lived in Missouri. I can't remember. I don't know.
That seems right. What was his first
I
name?
can't remember his
don't wanna talk
first
to him,
name.
but, Joe, you know his first name by chance?
Oh yeah, let me pull it up real quick for you.
But yeah, we got lost. That was a good time. That was a entertaining time.
Was it Jarrett?
Oh yeah.
That seemed right.
Let's see.
Let's go to the Googles.
The
Let's see
third
what-
of 4 men charged in a botched Molotov cocktail assault entered a guilty plea
There you go.
Monday. This was back in 2012. July 20.
Yeah, he said it was because PTSD.
Garrett Palmer, 24, pleaded guilty to first-degree assault and unlawful use of a weapon. Prosecutors said the suspects in the case intended to use Molotov cocktails and then shoot any survivors who fled the home on March 19th. But the men with the firebombs couldn't light their weapons.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
man, super glad. Like I just like checked on it for like 2 seconds though, before we were like one of those units. It was 5 killed from a friendly fire accident.
Monday, Mr. Palmer told Buchanan County Circuit Judge that he drove the vehicle with the other 3 men to the house. Dwight told the court that he originated the whole concept and Molotov cocktails were made at his residence. He managed to get everyone else to do everything. The prosecutor said that Mr. Palmer stalked an unidentified female who was at the center of much of this case. Mr. Palmer faces a possible maximum sentence of 2 charges of 20 years in prison and up to a $5,000 fine. Okay, well, $5,000 fine for trying to like fucking light somebody on fire with a Molotov seems low, but the 2 20-year sentences, you know. Wow.
Damn, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
I found his Instagram.
Okay.
I followed.
Mr. Palmer
Followed.
faces a
Give him a
possible
follow.
maximum sentence on the 2 charges of 20 years and fine. After learning that he'd be sentenced in September, Mr. Palmer returned to his seat, bowed his head, and wept.
Crying. Just, man, he should have been proud. He should have been a little embarrassed he couldn't light the fucking Molotovs on fire. What was he using?
Oh man.
But,
Yeah, I found it too. Molotov
I
cocktail
wonder if we can-
ringleader pleads guilty. Fuck,
Ringleader.
man.
I wonder if we could get him on Between
That's-
the Bros. Let's get him on the
Yeah.
interview. I'm like, so, hey, how's it going after the Army? I heard you you became a family man. You became a leader. I see you convinced-
It's like some bad supervillain name, Mazel Tov Man.
He became the Jewish ringleader.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then Y Chong. Man, our unit is famous
Oh.
as fuck. Have you ever like realized
MPs,
that?
dude.
Like, man, there's at least 10 of us in the news.
You would think that, like, dude, you'd think that, like, MPs would fucking know better, you know?
Right. A worse dirtbag.
So, like, I know a little bit more about the whole Y-Song situation from what I've heard, because I used to be friends with him and his ex-wife and such. And my wife used to be friends with his wife and stuff. So I don't know, like, 100% of the details, but from what I recollect, and I'd have to do some research to see, like, whether what was told to me was 100%, you know, legit or not. But from what I understand, basically, he downloaded a bunch of photos, and then it turned out to be some of those photos were underage girls, and it wasn't necessarily intended, but that's what had happened. Whether or not that's 100% true or not,
Man.
I don't know. But he did like 2 years, I think, in Leavenworth, and then he got out, and now he's registered for life
Yep.
as a sex offender. So, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've heard stories where people, you know, pissed in a public space, and they are now sex offenders too for life. And they were drunk as fuck, and they did it in a park, and whatever the case is, and whatever. Not saying it's right, but I'm also just trying to, you know.
My perception of all of that is usually, well, one, where are you downloading pictures from? Like
Bro.
who? Well,
It's
Excellent
2022.
Cancer
Who
and
downloads porn?
Pornhub. Right. Who
Right.
downloads anything? So to go to a website where
Do
you're
you even know
downloading
anybody
from,
who
it's-
like collects porn? Has a tell you they have a collection? I don't.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I got fucking like a terabyte, but it was on the same hard drive that I took to Afghanistan. And
Yeah, I
got-
mean, when I
like,
was deployed, yeah, I had a
But-
collection. Why? Because you didn't have
at the
fucking
same
internet.
time,
But
yeah, but
after
anytime-
deployment, all that shit got fucking hard scrubbed.
and if it was a grainy, if I like was downloading something and it started to become like one of those grainy videos where there's not a whole lot of pixels and it's kind of dark and there's a lot of dust, yeah, no, I'm passing on that one. Thank you. Like,
Yep.
like you know, that's the problem. Like you could say you rolled it into a group, but like it's whenever you're looking at something that's a little off, and whenever you're downloading, and like if you're just like right click download all, well. I mean,
yeah, that's on you, bro.
That's a little something different, yeah. So, and then if it's from a person, because, why would anybody have checked his stuff? Like, I have this hard drive of porn that, like, nobody's come looking for. It's been 15 years. Nobody's asked me to be like, hey, what kind of pictures you got downloaded on there from Afghanistan? Nobody's asked me. So somebody asked, which usually whenever somebody asks and somebody wants to see, from whenever I did it as in civilian law enforcement, there's usually a 3 challenge step where there is a challenge where you're like, hey, underage, follow-up challenge, underage, clear. And then there's a very explicitly clear challenge, because if it's got to go to court, no, you can't have somebody saying, oh, well, I didn't know. There's usually an explicitly clear challenge that is the last one usually, and it could be over more or less iterations depending on like the situation, right? But usually there is always challenges, and there is always a acknowledgement of the challenge. Like, oh, I'm only 16. I can't drive. Would you mind picking me up? Like, it's a very common challenge. Like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'm looking out for you. I'll keep you safe. Like, there's always some like twist on it, but it's always there. So that's my perception of it. Like you said, I don't know the rule. I don't know all the fine details, but I do know that my experience with people like this is very consistent across the board. Like I can probably build this case off of just the information I have here and be staggeringly close.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Or weird.
Weird. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand people's mental thoughts on that and why. Mind-boggling.
Now, I had a business proposition. I'll put it out on the internet if anybody wants to join me. Is what we do is we start a program.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all right.
I was
Maybe I'll
like,
pay for
Jason
the
can't even
idea.
split it out. You know it's a good one.
'Cause we start a business idea, and basically the business idea is we go and we set up an involuntary program where people on registries pay us $50 to help encourage them to not talk to young people anymore or do whatever got them on the registry anymore. And like I said, it's an involuntary, and we're really there to help them, and they pay us $50 like a month or a week or whatever, and we just, you get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining this idea well, but I think it's
Right?
fucking cool. Like it's just a tax on predators.
Fucking nutty. Because I'm a complicit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, bottom of the 7th, Braves are still ahead by 3. Let's go. Running it back. Back-to-back World Series. Let's go.
It would be legit.
I'll be right back. I'm going to say
Be mad.
goodnight to Zoe.
All right, man. What's I hope the Mariners destroy the Astros. I don't know. It's 0-1 right now.
Yeah, I was about to pull that up. Let's see. What do we got?
Are they still? I guess they're still playing the divisional series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quit paying attention. The Red Sox blew their load all over the freaking before they even got to postseason. So
It's better. The Mets were at the head of the division for 187 games and lost it at 188. Nerds. But now I'm definitely on a registry now because I just Googled Y Song MP,
Great.
right?
Yeah. I got weird Googling them too. I'm like, man, like, should I found him.
You found him? I didn't find him. What did you search? I said, man faces 100 counts of child porn.
You know,
I haven't found him either.
All right, let's see.
Only click on any legitimate links. Like I got one that's just a bunch of numbers and letters. I'm not clicking on that one. Here's Al Jazeera.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
no,
click on that one.
Yeah.
I'm a little offended by Google offering up a recommended search of is child pornography a crime? Like, come on, Google.
That is horrible.
What?
What is it? Minor attracted peoples. This is why I want to start that
Oh, God.
involuntary program for like anybody who
Bro.
identifies as a minor attracted person. They are enrolled into this involuntary program where we encourage them to pay us money and we help them make good decisions. And if they don't, then
I found him. He's on a watch list, obviously, and it has his address and his name and stuff. And regardless of crime or whatever, I'm not gonna put him in danger.
yeah, I don't want to dox him,
So,
but
Yeah.
no. Yeah, Jesus.
anyway, that was a good time in Afghanistan. He was in that same group.
Who else got in trouble? Was there anybody else?
I definitely got arrested in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with a call girl with big hands and two white trash people after I hit a car.
Man. I don't know who else got in like deep trouble.
I can't. I was Googling mine and I can't find it. There's way too many other Joseph Bennett. This guy's got Joseph Bennett, 16 counts of email fraud. Damn. DUI, man crashes into a house.
Okay, I have a challenge. You gotta search your first and last name and click on images. First and last name space arrest record, and then search
Oh, God.
Images.
Google Images.
All right.
I typed in Joseph Bennett beats up call girl, but nothing came up. I
With
think
big
my-
hands.
yeah, read
You
that.
got big hands. That's what it was.
I've never been arrested. Let's see. I know when I search for me, it always comes up with some like German soccer player or some shit.
Apparently, there's a lot of people that come up with my thing here. The
Here's one when I had a restraining order against my ex.
Nice.
Jeez. Like the
little
third
crazy.
one in.
Right?
oh man,
Yeah, I do mine. I would say like how do I share mine? But we went over that earlier.
here I'll do it. I think I spelled your name right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Wow, sounds. What is that? Live stand. That's a lot of that one. Live streaming bystander. Hit. Officer strikes man while live streaming.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at Dale's.
Yeah.
There he is.
It's like all like
Jesus. He paid Google off for that shit.
Right.
He doesn't have not one trailer park person in any of his pictures at all. The fuck is that about?
You gotta do Leno.
how do you spell L-E?
Lanoue. It's not any prettier.
Oh, Jesus. Look at all those baby touchers. Holy
Burrito
shit.
Yeah,
man
that's
charged
what
for
I'm
5-year-old California girls 1982 murder.
What the fuck?
Oh. We got some like little Vietnamese girl or whatever. Jesus.
Right?
Man.
Yeah. French people.
So is that your fantasy football punishment? You have to go in and claim that you did that?
Oh yeah, you gotta go plead guilty to one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's about that time. About that time.
It
All
is
right.
about that time. Picks for next week. We'll do that real quick and then we'll call it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let me pull it up.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I mean, there's some pretty close games between
Yep.
Sid Call Rangers and Brent's. I mean, it's less than a point, half a point. I'm going to
Yeah,
call
so-
Sid Call Rangers because it's me, obviously, and we're going to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sick Call Rangers.
And then the next one is well, go ahead, Joe. And
Okay, I was gonna
Williams.
say, I don't know. I might give it to Brent this week. I don't know.
You son
I'm
of
gonna
a.
go with Joe.
All right.
That's
Wait,
2
so
and 2.
we got 2 for Sick Call, 2 for Brent.
Yep.
All right,
I say it's really a
All right.
50-50 shot anyway. That game's gonna be close.
we'll see. I'm going Sid Call Rangers. We're going to score 40 extra points.
Oh.
I don't know.
Gonna
I'm just talking shit. I'm going to eat my own words now.
Right? Yeah.
And the way
You could be
Josh
down by
Allen's playing,
40.
I don't doubt it.
And then Liganda versus Tyler's Tip Top team. I mean, Tyler might actually pick up a second win and go to 2 and 4, and that would put 3 and 3 for Liganda.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were
Change my
picking
name.
for Uganda and Tyler. Okay. So Sick Call Rangers, Uganda. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
with
I'm gonna-
myself, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Justin will have it.
Tyler's team consistently underperforms.
Yeah.
Well, he's got Tom Brady.
The most protected man in the NFL.
Right. Exactly.
Yo, Leno getting the
I'm
first
feeling-
win.
I
mean,
feel
getting the
lucky
second
this
win.
Hey,
Second one. I feel
the
lucky. I gotta make
Pounders
some
versus
adjustments.
Daryl's is the game of the week right here.
Game.
That's true.
Daryl might get his first win.
Nah.
I'm not thinking so.
Projected
Yeah.
to.
Performed so
I'm projected
hard.
to, yeah, but that means, dude, you want to look at my my players' scores from last week projected to my ass. Like
I know.
I had so many single digit scores, it was freaking ridiculous. They're supposed to get 12, 13. They get like 1, 2.
It sucks. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
these matchups are good this week. And then we got
yeah.
football and the harder R.
Which are both 2 and 3s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But if you look at the football last 2 weeks, holy shit. I think he scored like 180 points last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got hurts too.
Oh, and he's got a kicker on a bye. So he's even. So they're going to be projected
Yeah.
roughly the same whenever he puts the kicker in.
Right. Because kicker will probably get you 6-7 points, maybe. Yeah, pretty close.
If he notices and changes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna text him.
You want to make? Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
text
I'll
him.
say
I was gonna
Joseph
say,
will
you're
be
gonna make a
like,
bet to see if he changes it.
Yeah.
And then we got Dale versus the Pittsburgh Feelers. And Dale, I want you to win. I do.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
thanks,
do
buddy.
too,
I
but I got a
appreciate
feeling
that.
it's going to go the other way. It's going to be a slaughter fest.
Dude, it might not,
it's
though,
Eckler.
because
It's Eckler is a fucking beast.
like Geno
And,
Smith
yeah,
has been
Wilson.
doing good. Now the problem is we're going the only foreseeable issue that I see here is the fact that we're going against one of our rivals, Arizona. Arizona and
yeah.
49ers have always been our massive rivals, and they have been like our kryptonite. I mean, I'm not saying that the Seahawks are like on fire this year, but they've always, like, even when we were on fire, Arizona being a subpar team back then, they were always our kryptonite. They were always the ones that would win against us. So I think it's going to be a really hard matchup for Geno Smith. And with our defense the way they're playing, I don't know. I think Geno Smith may throw out, but we'll see. Russell Wilson going against the Chargers. Chargers are terrible defense. I know because I had him on my fucking defensive roster for a while.
Yeah.
So,
And he's questionable.
Yes.
Who else? I don't know who else he has a quarterback.
It's not looking good for you, Dale, but I'm picking you to win.
yeah, me too.
Thanks, buddy.
The other
'Cause-
quarterback,
Well,
it's
Like
Jared
Joseph was
Goff,
saying, like
and
I've
he's
been
on a
having
bye.
bad luck. Like my running backs will be projected 14 points, something solid.
Yeah.
And then Hines went out like the third play of the game, and with that gnarly Tua concussion that he caught too, and like that,
Yeah.
just
And what's crazy
bad
is
luck.
Tua was he was doing great. He was generating some points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's expected to play against the Chargers. Otherwise, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was just resting. It was like a rest day.
I think he jacked his thumb up.
But
Shoulder injury
He
over the
hasn't been
past
playing
week.
well
Oh,
at
shoulder
all.
injury. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, knowing Russell Wilson from being on the Seahawks, like, he does not know when to, like, step out
Yeah.
and let the next man up. He will literally play. I remember when he jammed his finger and it got all jacked up. He missed, like, one game and he was back in, but then he couldn't throw the ball to save his life.
Yeah.
And he
can
was
throw
just
well.
just throwing it,
Yeah.
throwing mad interceptions. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, I don't wish anything bad about anybody on an injury. Hopefully he is healed, but like,
Yeah.
sometimes he does not know when to say, "Hey, step back." Especially when you're getting paid $240 million. I'm sure there's millions of dollars on the line to be in the game, not to miss it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I think is
money and
another
stuff like
thing
that.
that the NFL should probably change. I don't think you should get incentives for making a game or not.
Playing hurt. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you get a base pay and that's what it is. And whether you perform in the game or not, I don't think there should be bonuses to it. But I kind of get why they do it. Because then you just get that base salary and you just sit back, kick back, and say fuck it, smoke a big fat doobie and chill.
Yeah. I'm rooting for you, Dale, but man, Eckler
Yeah.
at Denver, Jones at the Jets, Andrews at the Giants, Davis against Kansas City, Atlanta as kicker, and then Los Angeles against Carolina, which is kind of an inept offense. Man,
Yeah,
he's got some good matchups. Good players, but good matchups.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Cooper, your Cooper's got a good matchup. Minnesota against Miami, that's a good matchup.
Yeah, I still haven't really decided who I'm going to start as the defense. Instead of looking at projected points, I want to look at more of like how teams are performing. Because where's the other defense? Kansas City
You have
against
3
Buffalo?
teams?
Absolutely none.
For defense?
For defense, yeah, I should drop one.
Yeah, but I mean, out of your
But there's
once
no
you got
real
Minnesota,
selection for. I'm looking for like a solid running back, but nah, man, nobody's gonna give up Henry, Joe.
I'm gonna say you're not gonna find one this late in the season.
No.
Yeah, you're looking for backup running backs or running backs by committee where somebody's starting to make headway as the primary running back.
Yeah. Do I have 3 defenses? Yeah, I do.
Honestly, I'd put Denver in.
It's only projecting 13 points, but I'm really looking at that one. I've been looking hard.
Dude, it's projected 13 points, but I mean, look at all the other points that they've done. They've been fairly consistent on it. They have really good amounts of sacks, and that's where a lot of that's coming in at. The Vikings have been fairly consistent too, though above 15. But
I would do the Vikings because they're playing Miami, whereas Denver is playing the Chargers. Yeah. Miami's defense is kind of inept on its own because Tua's out and just in general.
Right.
I mean, Denver almost gave up a game to Chicago, though. So it's like, Minnesota almost gave up that game to Chicago. So I don't know. I'm flipping between those two teams.
Dude, I've had no luck on my defensive position. Every time I pick another defense, I always get screwed by on it. I don't know if you were here earlier when I was going over mine, but it's rough, dude. My first pick, I went off the fantasy thing and I had like the Chargers in, and then fucking Steelers had like 50 something points on defense, and then the next game I went with Steelers and the Chargers had 30 points. The next day I went with Chargers and fucking had like 5 points. I've had problems in my defensive my lineup. So all 3 of these teams here are looking pretty good. You should drop one so I can pick one up. Stop hogging them all, man.
Give me a running back.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take Saquon. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What would
that
it
happening.
take? What would it take
No
for
deal.
Saquon?
No, damn it.
No
I was looking
deal.
at I got Ty Montgomery on my injured reserve list, and I thought they were going to come. I thought he was going to come back this week. I was going to start him regardless whether he came back, but they're probably not coming back this week. And if that's the case, then that's a strong running back. I mean, I'll trade you a potentially strong running back one day for something.
Yeah.
One day.
I'll trade you an IR running back for something.
Hey, I dropped one of my running backs. You can have him.
Then I got Patterson as an IR, but he's only out for 3 weeks, I think.
All right. Is there anything else you want to go over?
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. As
Like
always.
Subscribe, interact.
Yeah. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll catch you next week every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We go live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, sir.